So that's it. I've just finished the finale of Game of Thrones, Season 6, Episode 10, The Winds of Winter. Holy fuck! Man. Okay, so again, spoiler alert, and especially this episode because it's the finale, but let me get started, okay? So, let me make a list right now. Grand Maester Pycelle, dead. Queen Marjorie Tyrell, dead. Sir Loras Tyrell, dead. The High Sparrow, dead. King Tommen Lannister, dead. Lancel Lannister, dead. And that's the beginning of the episode. Man, it's freaking crazy. Like, shit went down like it was nothing, right? And we started out with the trial of the faith, you know? The faith of the seven is what I mean. The music, the setup, everything was on point. It was crazy. I loved the music. I think the music just killed it for me. And man, when you see what was about to go down and you know that was coming, you were like, holy shit. And then it's just bam. Right? So they had the trial, and then Grand Maester Pycelle got lured into the experimenting room, and he just got butchered by a bunch of like little assassins. Crazy. And then in the game, the scepter, right, the septon, right, where they had the trial. Oh man, I felt so bad because you see Marjorie was very smart. You know, she tried to get out like immediately, but the fucking High Sparrow, dumbass, he was just so stubborn. He did not know when to quit. You know. So I was like, oh man, I did not want Marcy to die, but that whole thing was just insane. Like, I didn't see it coming. Not like that. Not at all. You know? And, yeah, that pretty much wraps up King's Landing. So, but man, the episode did it so well, though. Like, the way everybody was getting dressed up for the trial. And, again, it kind of reminded me of the Red Wedding because Cersei Lannister was definitely dressed for war, not a trial. She had on like shoulder blade armor and all that, and I'm like, how's this gonna go down? At first, I thought the mountain was gonna do something, but no, she wiped everyone out. Right? Incredible. Like I'm just speechless right now. Right? So moving on to Marine. Um, it's kind of cold, you know. Like Daenerys just straight up told the Harris, I don't know, whichever, that she no longer wants him because she's going to Westeros to become queen. So she's not taking him with her. He's pretty much at this point a liability than anything else. So that's it, you know. And he's like, "Oh, I love you." She's like, "I know, but I can't take you anyway." So I'm like, "Okay." But the next scene like got me so pumped up because Daenerys came out, and what she did was she had a little one-on-one conversation with Tyrion. It was a good conversation too, and it was kind of funny because he really did suck at consolating her, you know, and she had something made for him, so she gave him the pen, you know, the hand of a king pen, but obviously it's the hand of the queen. And there's a moment in Tyrion's look, you know, that you can tell that he, for the first time in his life, he felt like he was valuable, like he was an asset to somebody. So all his life he's been undermined and nobody really cared for him, and for the first time I felt like he was proud, and Daenerys really, you know, did him justice. And he, you know, it was a heartwarming moment. He took the pen and he kneeled down to her, and I was like, oh, you know, it was great. So moving on to Dorne, right? This caught me off guard because I didn't think Dorne was going to come back at all in any kind of way. But now that the whole Tyrell family is pretty much wiped out, Olenna Tyrell, the Queen of Thorns, she made an alliance with Dorne. And guess who brokered that alliance? Varys. Shit, think about it. So now when Daenerys come over to Westeros, she's gonna have the Dornish backing her up, and she's gonna have the Tyrell backing her up. So she already have two big family names backing her up on her conquer, right? And speaking of Daenerys, by the way, I'm skipping order here, but that last scene in the episode when you see the Greyjoys, you see the Unsullied, you see the Second Son, you see the Dothraki, all sailing under the Targaryen banner, and three dragons are going, and Daenerys is with Tyrion and Missandei, and Varys is with her. Finally, they are sailing through Westeros, and man, it's gonna be great. I just can't wait to see what's gonna happen when they go down there. Now we are back at Twins now, and Walder Frey is having a celebration, and he's having a conversation with Jaime Lannister, and I'm telling you, man, Walder is rubbing Jaime in all the wrong ways. Like Jaime was not happy with him. He didn't want to talk to him. He didn't want to deal with him. He's like, oh man, everything that's coming out of your mouth irks me right now, right? And then right after that, you see Walder Frey just sitting there, and he's like, "Where are my sons?" And then you see this maid, like she's cute. She's really cute, by the way. She was like serving Jaime earlier. She kind of had her eyes on him, and he was like, oh, "Okay, okay." Braun's like, "Man, you don't have to do anything, huh?" Girl just throwing himself at you. And then later on, Walder Frey had the same girl serving him. And he was like, "Where are my sons?" And she was like, "Oh, they here." And he's like, "Well, tell them to come here." She's like, "Well, they already here." And he's like, "Well, where are they?" He's like, "Sir, they are right here." I'm like, "Huh?" And she meant here as in they are in his pie. Like somebody butchered them and put them in the freaking meat pie. There's a finger in there. At that point, I'm like, no, don't tell me no. And then, she grabs him, pulls out her face, and she was like, "I'm Arya Stark. I just want you to know that the last person you saw before you died smiling down at you is a Stark." And she's like, just slit his throat. I'm like, what? And I'm telling you, this season, the Starks are coming back in a big way, right? So in the north, first of all, we go to the Tower of Joy. Bran got one of his flashback again, and now we see the rest of the Tower of Joy, which confirmed the theory that Jon Snow is indeed a Targaryen. He is a product of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. So now that Jon Snow identity is revealed, well, to the audience, not to the people in the show, he's there. The Knights of the Vale are there. The Wildlings are there, and then the different houses of the North are there, and they all kind of rally behind him. And it was like, "You are the White Wolf, the King of the North." Thanks to Lyanna Mormont, right? The little girl, she was like cheering for him, and she was calling all these like lords of the North out for not supporting him, blah blah. And yeah, man, like now he's the king of the North. The only tension that this pulled is that little finger keep trying to get into Sansa's head that, hey, he's just a bastard. You're the true ruler of the North. And now you see everybody just totally disregarding Sansa and just straight up just cheering for Jon Snow. So I think there's gonna be some issues there, because at the last scene you can see Sansa looking at Littlefinger like, "Yeah, my brother is the true king of the North." oh fuck, you right. Nobody give a shit about me, you know. So I'm like, oh. But yeah, last but not least, Jaime Lannister comes back to King's Landing, finds out that his son's dead, and Cersei is now the new queen slash king of King's Landing. And I don't know how he feels about it. The way he looks at her, it looks like he's disgusted. You know, it doesn't look like he supports her or happy that she's on the throne right now. But he seems rather disgusted. And Cersei seems like she could care less about him at this point. You know. So how far would ambition goes? I don't know. I'll let you see. But next season is gonna be nuts. For this episode, man, straight up 5 out of 5.